Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Reading from Bhagavad-gita, chapter 5, text 18. Is it with you? Actually, Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Pandita Samadarshinaha Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Pandita Samadarshinaha Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Pandita Samadarshinaha. Someone can read.
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Suni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Pandita Samadarshina.
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne
Brahmane Gavi Hastini
Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha
Pandita Samadarshina
Pandita Samadarshina.
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Pandita Samadarshina.
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne
Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Pandita Samadarshina. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Pandita Samadarshina. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Pandita Samadarshina. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Pandita Samadarshina. It's okay, don't point. No need to point. Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapake Cha Pandita Samadarshina. So word to word translation: Vidya with education, Vinaya and gentleness, Sampane fully equipped, Brahmane in the Brahmana, Gavi in the cow, Hastini in the elephant, Shuni in the dog, Cha and Eva certainly, Shvapake in the dog eater, the outcast, Cha respectively.
respectively.
Panditaha,
Panditaha,
those who are wise.
those who are wise.
Samadarshinaha,
Samadarshinaha,
who see with equal vision.
who see with equal vision.
Translation: the humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater, outcast. Purport by Srila Prabhupada: a Krishna conscious person does not make any distinction between species or castes. The Brahmana and the outcast may be different from the social point of view, or a dog, a cow, and an elephant may be different from the point of view of species. But these differences of body are meaningless from the viewpoint of a learned transcendentalist. This is due to their relationship to the Supreme. For the Supreme Lord, by his plenary portion as Paramatma, is present in everyone's heart. Such an understanding of the Supreme is real knowledge. As far as the bodies are concerned, in different castes or different species of life, the Lord is equally kind to everyone because he treats every living being as a friend, yet maintains himself as Paramatma, regardless of the circumstances of the living entities. The Lord as Paramatma is present both in the outcast and in the Brahmana, although the body of a Brahmana and that of an outcast are not the same. The bodies are material productions of different modes of material nature, but the soul and super soul within the body are of the same spiritual quality. The similarity in the quality of the soul and the super soul, however, does not make them equal in quantity. For the individual soul is present only in that particular body, whereas the Paramatma is present in each and every body. A Krishna conscious person has full knowledge of this. Therefore, he is truly learned and has equal vision. The similar characteristics of the soul and super soul are that they are both conscious, eternal, and blissful. But the difference is that the individual soul is conscious within the limited jurisdiction of the body, whereas the super soul is conscious of all bodies. The super soul is present in all bodies without distinction. Nama Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschate Deshatharini Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shvapakecha Panditaha Samadarshina. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahmana, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater, outcast. So now we're beginning on chapter 5 of the 108 most important verses of Bhagavad-gita. The first of the important verses is this verse. And as we sent on the group, there's a very key word here, Pandita Samadarshina. We'll explain that point. Okay, so in the course of the talk, if you have any question, you can remember it. At the end, we can discuss, you can ask some question, okay? So now, this verse is speaking about vision, outlook, okay? Vision, you can say eyes, what I am seeing, not that. What is our outlook in life? When we see, how are we seeing? What are we seeing? So if you count number of people here, actually all of us have a different vision of what we are seeing. We will all look at the same thing and come to different conclusions. Yeah. Our vision, that vision what I'm talking about, outlook, is dependent on our swabhav. Swabhav is, what does that mean? Last time I mentioned, who will say, who will remember? Swabhav. Huh? Something like that. Quality from, it's from the past life. Swarup is the actual spiritual quality. And Swabhav is in this life. What is my birth according to past life? This is the kind of character I got, my likes, dislikes. So that's called Swabhav. So everyone has a different Swabhav. I mean, we all have different bodies. So here it's saying that what does it depend on our Swabhav? The past life. In a past life, all of us did different activities. We had certain desires. So we took birth now in a certain kind of body, in a certain family. in a certain kind of religion, culture, certain geographical condition, country. That all depends on our past life. We cannot point finger on anyone. Why did God do that? Why did he do that? Why? This is actual reality. Bhagavad-gita says, Purusha sukha dukhanam bhoktute hetu karanam uchyate. The suffering or enjoyment of living entity is because of his own doing in a past life. You might say, I don't remember. So it did not happen because I can't remember. So very common answer. What I will ask is that there was an age you started walking, isn't it? Certain age you started walking. Do you remember who was there? What did they say? No. In this life we cannot remember. So why we're looking at past? It's not about remembering. Okay, now this talk about vision. I try to give example. If there's some woman standing there, okay, a young woman. Now, if a lion is looking at her, what will he think? My lunch problem is solved today. Yeah. If a child is looking, he'll think mother. And if another young man is looking, he'll have a different idea. Same personality, three different souls, all having a different vision according to their conditional nature, according to Swabhav. You see, that is the same object, everyone will view differently. This is now what we are talking about, darshina. What is the meaning of vision? You can understand that. Now you also understand that we all have different visions, okay? Everyone has different like, dislike. You can know that by the color of our shirt, trouser, hairstyle. Who likes the kirtan? Who likes the lecture? Who likes both? Who doesn't like it? I don't know. So I was saying that some people, they like certain foods. Other people, they'll have that food, they'll vomit. I don't know. So that is the difference, okay? Now, this is all materialistic vision. It's materialistic. Now, what does I say? In very common, if I say materialistic, spiritual, what do I mean? If you say spiritual, everyone has some meaning. They might, but actual meaning, according to Shastra, material means my benefit. Spiritual means for God. Example, spiritual music, music glorifying Krishna, Ram, Vishnu. Materialistic music, music glorifying something else, some movie, some other topics. Materialistic, spiritual. Spirit is connected to Krishna, matter is connected to Maya. Okay, now when we're talking about our different vision right now, this is all materialistic. Everyone is thinking, I'll enjoy like this. So I'm looking out in this world for how I'll enjoy. Oh, I like that shirt, I'll buy it. Oh, I want to do that course, I'll get money, I'll go to Australia. This is all materialistic vision. Now it's all different, no? There's another vision. That is spiritual. Spiritual vision means the person seeing his consciousness is not anymore enjoying. He's not thinking how he'll enjoy this world, which, as I told you, it's not possible. But we have big plans to enjoy. Bhagavad-gita said not possible. So now the person who is in a spiritual consciousness, if he is looking, then that is the true vision of what that thing is. What is the real idea? Okay? And such a person, there's another word for that, it's called amoghadrik. Amoghadrik. His vision, his sight is pure because he's not looking how I'll enjoy, what I'll enjoy. That's not clouding his vision. You know, he's just directly seeing something for what it is. You know, there's a famous idea. You put a glass of water, half. Is it half full or half empty? Half empty, half full. They say, I don't know, that depending on your character, you'll say it's half empty. An optimist will say it's half full. Pessimist, half empty, something like that. So you see, so now what I was saying that in spiritual vision, whatever we see is actually that. But it's not easy to have a spiritual vision. Now, this verse is describing a Pandita Samadarshina, a person who has spiritual vision. That kind of person. This is very rare. But it's saying here in the purport, a Krishna conscious person, one who has attained knowledge, Gyan. Gyan means he understands who I am. Really, we understand I am a soul, servant of God. The actual teaching, understanding of Bhagavad Dharma, of Gita, that we are eternal servant of God. We are not enjoyers of this material world. We are supposed to be servant of God. We are supposed to assist God in his enjoyment. Originally in Vaikuntha, in the spiritual world. Now having descended, we are all taking birth and enjoying, trying to enjoy, and whatever plan we have in the past life, this life will take birth in that situation that we desired in the past. And so now having taken birth, again we're making plan, how we'll enjoy. So with that consciousness, we cannot see a thing for what it is. I don't know if you're understanding the point. Yeah, we cannot actually judge something. Like we are judging somebody feeding a poor person. Everyone will judge differently. But Shastra will give its own verdict. Someone, so we'll give that example. Someone may say, I have a lot of money, I'll give to poor. Okay, so people say that's good. Other will say that you don't give to poor, you teach them so that they will not again be hungry. But Shastra says that anything to be given in charity should be given to spiritual causes. Charity is not given to poor, rather there should be a responsible monarch or king who will take care of the poor. But if you give to poor, then you are taking their karma, because whatever they do with that money, they'll buy alcohol, tea, cigarette, satellite TV, whatever, then you'll get that karma. But everyone had their idea. What is the idea? But proper idea is what Shastra says, which may be something difficult, different from our understanding. So this is the idea that a Pandit who is fully realized, he sees everything for what it is, very clear. He'll give knowledge. He'll be able to tell us. And so people will approach him for knowledge. Therefore, he's a Pandit. Okay, so now it says in this verse that Vidya, Vinaya, Sampane, equipped with full knowledge. That knowledge they're talking about is not that book knowledge, that is realized knowledge, Divya Gyan. So one who attains spiritual perfection, his knowledge is pure, his vision is pure. Pandita Samadarshina. So now in this verse, it's speaking about how he sees different entities. Look at this. It says, the sage, by virtue of true knowledge, sees with equal vision a Brahman, he'll see a Brahmana, and he'll see a cow, elephant, a dog, and dog eater. Dog eater is supposed to be an outcast, not in human society. They'll be living in the jungle. But here it says that someone with Gyan, he'll see them equally. That is it. Samadarshan. He'll see equally. Now, why is that? Okay. So now the purport is explaining this. Prabhupada explains. So we are looking now at soul level. Someone who does not have knowledge, he look like that and see different bodies and see these are all different people. But the proper knowledge is that we are not the body. Bhagavad-gita says we are soul. So these are all souls. You're looking now at a soul. But at present, that soul is trapped in a body. That body does not matter. This body will become dust or stool or ash. If it is burnt, it will become ash. When I leave the body. If it is left on the road, the dogs will eat it, then it will become stool. If you burn it, it will, I said that, ash. If you leave it in the ground and bury it, it will become dust. This body has no value. Now, a real identity, a person in knowledge will understand that we are the soul. Then the question is that who is the soul? Why did he come here? What is the duty of the soul? Us. That is the question Bhagavad-gita is answering. But important to know that one in knowledge has realized that we are all souls. I am a soul, you are a soul. So he has that vision that he's seeing soul. And what are the souls different? It's the same soul. There's stray dogs outside, same soul. Tree, same soul. There was a mosquito bit me just now, same soul. I'll not think that when it's biting, I'll maybe take it out forcefully, but it's the same soul. Souls are the same. Bodies are different because of karma. So this idea, a Pandit can see. He is seeing that point. Now, to attain that vision is not easy. For that, we have to read, get knowledge, and then practice bhakti. When we practice bhakti, bhakti is a function of the soul, not body. And so, someone doing bhakti, he is connecting to the super soul. Soul connect to super soul. Because yoga means union of the soul and the super soul. Okay. Then you have karma yoga. That means the connection, the union will happen by karma, action. That means I will work for Krishna, I'll clean the temple floor, I'll work in a company and give the money to Krishna. I'm connecting with Krishna through action and giving up a result. Karma. Next will be Gyan. Gyan means I will cultivate knowledge of God, study about Krishna in the Gita, just study. And through that, I am connecting to God through knowledge, Jnana Yoga. Then there's Dhyan. Dhyan Yoga means through meditation. I'm meditating on the super soul within as a partial expansion of Krishna. Okay, then we have Bhakti Yoga through devotion. So the whole point is to connect to God. And then a Pandit understands that the soul has to connect with the super soul. That is the function. How? Through, actually highest is through bhakti. Others are stepping stones to come to bhakti. But if I were to follow Bhagavad-gita, the last verse of chapter 6, Krishna clarifies Bhakti Yoga is the highest path. Yoginam api sarvesham, out of all the yogis. Madgatan antar atmanam, one who's always thinking of me within himself. Shraddhavan bhajate yomam, with faith, always worshipping me. Bhajate yomam. Samme yukta tamo mataha. He is considered the highest yogi. This Krishna says. So the self-realized, the Pandit, he will see that we are all souls. But because of past life, one is tall, one is short, one is fat, one is thin, one likes to eat rasam, one doesn't, one likes chapati, one likes rice. And some are in animal forms. But the Pandit will understand these are all souls at different level of spiritual evolution. And due to their different actions in a past life. He is a Pandit. Now in modern life, who's a Pandit? Who has a PhD. But he doesn't know anything. Ask him why he's looking different. Why am I different from the dog? He'll thought, no, anyway, we became monkey, we were monkey, and now we're human. He'll say something. But that is not knowledge. That is not Pandit. One who doesn't know who he is, he doesn't know what happens after death. According to Shastra, he is Agya, ignorant. A person who understands spiritual topics is the real Pandit. And spiritual topics, to understand, you have to go to a Pandit, another devotee. So now in this verse, it's making clear that the Pandit is one who, due to his knowledge, sees the equality. Pandita Sama Darshina. Sama, same soul, same soul. Now in this regard, try to understand. If someone doesn't have an idea about soul, I just said we're all the same soul. Even the dog, even the cat. But if someone doesn't have that idea, what is he seeing? He's seeing body. Bodies are different. Now it's very fashionable to say, we are all equal, man is equal, all religions are one. Okay, it's a very nice theory, but it's difficult for someone to come on the equality platform without spiritual knowledge. He's still seeing the body. He'll understand my body is born in that country, that body is born in that country. Or this person I'm looking at is in this caste, this race, this country, this religion. It's very hard to find a unity. And therefore, as Prabhupada said, our founder, they formed United Nations to unite the nations. But still, since the time UN was formed, you can investigate this. But over 100 countries have been divided. If you look at USSR, Yugoslavia, Czechoslovakia, Germany, not Germany. Anyway, yeah, all of the Czechoslovakia, USSR, Korea, Vietnam, they came together. Then India, Pakistan, Bangladesh. So from the time that the UN came into being, all the countries got divided. They didn't unite. As he said, in the UN building in front, they put all the flags of the members. So he said, the flags are increasing. They're dividing, they're not uniting. It's a very nice idea that we are one nation under God, all the religions the same, but in the heart it's different because of material vision. There is no way to unity unless we accept supremacy of God, Krishna, as the supreme and owner of all the land, and we are his servant using his property according to what we need, not want. This is the instruction of Isha Upanishad, the topmost Upanishad out of the 108 main Upanishads. Isha Upanishad says, Ishavasyam idam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagat. Everything in this world is owned by God, not by the government, not by this NGO or this or anyone else. Ishavasyam idam sarvam yat kinchit jagatyam jagat. Tena taktena bunjita ma kenya kasya svidhanam. Everybody can take what he needs. How much land you need to live, take it. How much crops, that much farm. How many cows? Okay. That's all. Any more you take, sinful person, you will get a reaction. So now people are fighting over land, which before they were born was there. While they're living, it's there. When they die, it will be there. Meanwhile, they fought, died, and gone away, and the land is still there. Now who's fighting? The idea is, only way to get peace, according to this verse, is if all the United Nations accept the Supreme Personality of God that owns this globe, pass the resolution. Everyone vote, pass it, and then we will all take what we need out of that. No need to fight. There is enough for everyone. So now, if there's going to be any unity, there has to be spiritual knowledge. Within a family, there cannot be peace unless it is Krishna-centered. Everyone is understanding that I have to serve God. I have to please God. We have to cook what Krishna wants. Otherwise, we'll fight. What to cook? How to arrange the house? Fight comes on small things. But idea is, we live according to God, Krishna. And then there'll be no fight. Now, when we're saying that somebody is having a spiritual vision, what is he seeing? I said he sees the soul. Okay? So now, how many souls are in the body? Karthik? Huh? One? You're saying two? Two. Okay, you're right in one way. Atma is one. But there's also Paramatma. In everybody, there is a super soul and soul. We get information from Bhagavad-gita in 3 different verses that Krishna expanded in the form of Paramatma inside our hearts. He is residing there. Hirdeshe tishtati. Hirdeshe means within the area of the heart. Krishna is residing. Also residing is the soul. Both are there. Now we'll think they're both same. I am in the body. Krishna is also stuck in the body. I'm enjoying, I'm suffering, he's enjoying. No. So the Kena Upanishad tells us this body can be compared to a tree. Let's say people tree. In the people tree, there are different fruits. There's a particular bird that likes to eat that fruit in the tree. So it says, Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya Samanam Vriksham Parishasvajate. There are 2 birds sitting on the tree. Okay? Analogy is, this body, there are 2 souls. Ekam Pipalam Swadhyati. One of the birds is eating the fruits of the tree. He's sometimes eating bitter fruit, sometimes sweet fruit, sometimes he's enjoying eating nice fruit. Sometimes the fruit is not good. Similarly, we are in this body. Sometimes I'm suffering, sometimes I'm enjoying. Anashnan Anya Vichakashati. Anya, the other bird, he's not doing anything. He is not eating the fruit, which means he is not suffering the karma. He's simply watching the other bird. He's watching. What is he watching? He's watching that this poor bird, he is eternally my servant, my blissful, happy servant, my part and parcel. Now he's going after these little fruits. But if he turns to me, I'll give him so much happiness, eternal life and knowledge, that he will not anymore need to eat any fruits of the people tree. So that is the situation, that in the body, the super soul is there as a witness. Upadrashta manta evacha. Upadrashta means there's a drishta, seer. Then there's the upadrishta. He means he's overseer. He's on top watching everything. So that other soul known as super soul, he is within and he's just waiting that when will this soul start to come to me, and I'll give him Gita Gyan, I'll guide him to the devotees, I'll give him the knowledge, I'll liberate him. But he's not looking. He's still searching in this tree for the fruits of this material world and getting the results, sometimes suffering, sometimes enjoying. So what we understand is that there's one soul, us, other is the super soul, Krishna. Okay? So inside all of us is the super soul. Every single entity in this universe has a super soul. Brahma, Devatas also. Devatas, Ganesh, Indra, Chandra, Surya, they all have super soul. Paramatma. Inside, Paramatma is running the body. So like if I put up the fan, we'll all start sweating. And that sweat process, water is coming out of the body, it evaporates. That effect of evaporation of water cools. It has a cooling effect. And therefore we get cool. Okay? So can I ask you, how are you sweating? How do you do it? What is the procedure? Can you tell me? Huh? It's nature. Means, what do you mean nature? Because my this table is not sweating. Okay, actually we cannot explain it. It's happening. That means it's being caused. Who's causing it? Super soul is running our body. Paramatma is running this body. We are simply living here. Like I'm living in the house, service department. Everything is taken care. I don't know. Someone will ask, where's the rubbish thrown? I don't know. How is the electricity billing? I don't know. I don't know anything. I'm paying one payment to the manager. He's taking care of the house. So everyone has a Paramatma. The dog has a Paramatma. The cat has Paramatma. The bird, mosquito, fly, they all have the super soul. Now we say sometimes that I have a friend. He's my best friend. He knows me. He'll go everywhere where I go. He will. But when you die, will he go? He will not go. But Paramatma will follow you. Even if you take the body of a cockroach, Krishna will follow you into the dark hole. Paramatma, Suhridam Sarvadehinam. Now you understand what is a friend. He will follow you to death and beyond. And what you desire, he will give. Either this life or next life, depending on your karma. The reason is that this whole material world is meant for fulfilling our desire. We are not from here. We are from Vaikuntha, from Goloka in Krishna's Leela. But we didn't want to serve. We came here and we have a list. I want to do this in my list, this and that. The whole list is there. So, okay, Krishna will fulfill. What do you want? He'll give it. Some people did not want Krishna. Then you're born somewhere far away. You will not know what is Krishna, what is religion. Far away. You may suffer also. But that was your idea. Others know, I want to serve God. I want to come to Krishna. You'll be born in a family with Krishna. And you'll continue your devotion. That's up to you. Our suffering and enjoyment is what we did. So, the Paramatma will follow you. And he'll satisfy. He knows everything. In fact, in the verse, Krishna says regarding Paramatma, Matta smriti sarvasya chaham hirdi sanavishto. I am present in everyone's heart. Matta smritim jnanam apohanam cha. From me come knowledge, remembrance, forgetfulness. Paramatma is giving. What we call intelligence is simply Paramatma is putting in our mind or not. How is it? I'm sitting, solving a problem. I got it. You got it. Why didn't you get it before? If it was there, just like, is Madanga in this room? Yes, it's there. Or it's not there. I'm solving a problem. I don't know the answer. I don't. Now I got it. Why didn't you know? Now you didn't know. Now you know. What happened? What changed? It came in your mind. It came. Nothing comes on its own. Who put it? If I come, I say this table is here. I ask someone, how did it come? On its own. No. It's a dull thing. Someone came and someone alive with consciousness put it. So that answer to the question, who brought it? That is the question. If you're saying, I thought it, you thought, why you thought now? Why not before? The fact is, intelligence is simply Paramatma, Krishna, putting in your mind or not, according to your karma. He'll give you or not give you. Therefore, some have more intelligence, some less. Simply Paramatma is revealing or not. So we can understand, even a non-devotee, even someone says, okay, I don't worship Krishna, I don't want to worship anyone, I'm independent. Foolish. He doesn't know everything of his body supported by Krishna. His mind, his intelligence is given by Krishna. And finally, death also will come by Krishna. It's very often Prabhupada would quote one verse. He'll say that you accept God in this life or you don't. If you accept, okay. If you don't, anyway, you will accept at the end of life in the form of death. Mrityu sarva harashchaham, Krishna says in Gita. I'm all devouring death. Either we'll see Krishna and surrender in this life in the form of the deity, or in the form of death, you will have to surrender everything, your body, your bank account, your house, everything will be given up. And whether you want or not, you'll do full dandavat. That is, of course, when we are dead, that is of course, it's not we who die, body dies. So now we have to understand how much the Paramatma is controlling, even a devotee, non-devotee, communist, non-communist, religion, whatever he is, we are fully dependent on God. And through knowledge of Gita, when we understand, then our idea is, let me take shelter of this great personality who is so merciful. He's following me birth after birth, that I surrender to him. So now, a person who is self-realized, he sees that this person has a soul and super soul is in him. So he'll respect everyone, he'll see everyone as equal in that way. Does not mean he'll go and embrace a tiger, my friend, my long lost brother. He'll understand that that jiva has a certain conditioning, he will attack me. But in my mind, I'm seeing that he is not different from me. That is the vision of equality, Samadarshi. It's theory now, but we have to come on that level. Everyone has to come on the platform of equality. If we do not, we'll be plagued by likes and dislike. Ichha dvesha. I like this person, I don't like that. I like this, I hate this, I like. That vision of equality is the only path to happiness and peace. Long time, now they're deciding to teach Gita in the school. Welcome, good morning. Actually, that is education. And if we look at it, that will be the only way for peace. Now, some people are compartmentalizing Gita for Hindu. You know, Hindu means, okay, within this country, like this planet is there, this is a political boundary within there, that is India, Hindu. But if we know from Gita, it's taught even on the sun, moon, what to speak of other country, other planets. So there's no division like that. The Paramatma here, it's in the purport, it says here, the similarity in quality of soul and super soul does not make them equal in quantity. Soul and super soul are both spiritual, but one is great, he's expansion of Vishnu. The other is small, he's insignificant, but he's also spiritual, but not equal in quantity. Quality, they are equal. The individual soul is present only in each body, but super soul is present in all the bodies. But don't think they're different super souls. Paramatma is one. Shirodaksha Vishnu residing in this planet in what we call the North Star. North Star, known in Vedic literature as Dhruva Loka. Around the North Star, every single planet rotates, even the sun. Of course, modern science has a different idea, but they had different idea for many things. Actually, according to Vedic astrology, the center of the universe is Dhruva Loka, the North Star, which is where Shirodaksha Vishnu is, And all the people who are navigating in the ocean know this, and people crossing the desert, they know that how to tell the stars to know the direction. So they understand there's something called the North Star, which does not move. And from that we can navigate. Others move. Dhruva, yeah, Dhruva Nakshatra. So now there's something called they can take a picture with a very slow shutter speed. Okay, what is that like? If you're taking a race, a car is going like that, and the shutter speed is slow, you'll see blur. But if the shutter speed is fast, you'll just catch it like that. So now these planets are moving. How are they moving? If you take a slow shutter speed, you'll see the direction they're all going. You'll see that blur, a drag. And that you can conclude that they're all going around Dhruva Loka. Now on Dhruva Loka is the Vishnu form, Kshirodakshay Vishnu, which expanded into all of us. So Kshirodakshay Vishnu is the same personality that is in us. How to understand that? I'll give an example. If I take a mirror and it smashes on the ground and you see the reflection of the sun, it will be on each of them, isn't it? Each of the pieces. Is it a different sun? No, same. The same Paramatma is in us. The same Paramatma can, like a pure devotee is walking and there's a snake and he's renounced to God. So the same Paramatma will enter the body of, in the body of the snake will tell the snake, move, leave here, because the great personality is coming. And therefore pure devotee is not afraid. I'm not on that category, I'm just communicating it. So a pure devotee is fearless. He understands in this animal, in that thief, in everyone is God. He'll do what he has to do. That is a proper idea. So a Pandit sees that. He sees the soul and super soul. And therefore that is a proper vision. And because of that vision, neither is he afraid, nor is he making a distinction. However, in one level, there is a distinction because of conditioning. You understand? Like the dog and cat and lion, and then you'll understand what a lion is, we'll not go near. But we'll understand at that level that he's same as me, at a different level, spiritual. Okay? So this is the understanding of the Pandit who has equal vision. A Krishna conscious person, we have to come on that level. Everyone should. Therefore, and then that's the only way to get peace in this planet. Study Bhagavad-gita, realize the teachings. There's no shortcut, there's no way. Otherwise, world wars will continue. Practically, war is going on without stopping in this planet, somewhere or the other, because of materialistic bodily identification and godlessness. We cannot say, okay, I accept the souls are one, but I don't believe God. We have to accept God and soul. Otherwise, in Veda, if you don't accept God, you're Gnostic. But if you don't accept soul, also you're Gnostic. So we accept that Buddhists are Gnostic because they don't accept soul in Vedic tradition. And so that idea has to be inculcated from young age. Soul, super soul, God. Soul and super soul are different. We are not equal. That is the understanding. Okay, Hare Krishna. Any question? Anyone to ask? Also, online, if there's a question, they can put on chat and maybe Srinidhi can read it and tell me. If it comes up, you will see it. Hare Krishna. Otherwise, question? Question? No question? No question? Yeah.
You told that we give the money to the needy people.
Okay.
If they do
Sinful. Yeah, yeah.
We get affected by it.
Yes.
Suppose if they do something good, what if they get?
Yeah. Also, but who will do good? Only if he's a devotee of God. Isn't it? Otherwise, Shastra says that there are two types of living entities on this planet. Dvau bhute sarga lokyasmin deva asura evacha. They are deva and asura. In other words, they are people who are godly and sinful. Then it says Vishnu bhakto smito deva asurastar viparyaya. Devotees of Vishnu are known as godly and others are sinful because they will not think about them. Even their worship is how to gain personal gain. But devotee of Vishnu is supposed to be ahituki, causeless worship without pure devotion. So as to answer your question, if they do something good, yes, you'll get a benefit. But normal people, definitely they'll buy some, do things which are not permitted in Kali Yuga. You know.
What about the charity to orphan?
Charity to orphans. Now, yeah, see, in the state, no person who's godly or religious will want to see suffering. People are suffering. Now Kali Yuga is progressing. More and more people are suffering. Children, especially vulnerable section, old people, women, children suffer more. Okay, now how to solve this problem? This is the question. Now some people have idea that this is the people are suffering, let us give money and help them. That can work at one level. And the level is that if they are helped in a spiritual way. Because if you want to help them materially, that means I'll give them food and clothing. Okay, then what will happen? They live their whole life. And in that life, they'll suffer their karma. They'll die, we'll all become old. Then we'll take birth again. But for a devotee, the real help is, we will take the orphans and make them God conscious, teach them Gita and give them full help. Full help is come out of the cycle of birth and death. Otherwise, you give food, clothing, blanket, then next winter they'll suffer, or after 10 years they'll suffer again, or next birth. But a devotee says, my help is, let me take them out of the cycle of birth and death. Therefore, the devotee will use the money for a project where they are propagating Krishna consciousness. And someone might say, but they're hungry, they're not eating. But actually, traditionally, temples, they will give out food free. The people then will eat the food, and then you will teach them the spiritual knowledge. So to answer your question, that traditionally, the ruler, the king, he has to take care of people who are not eating and suffering. Unfortunately, in modern day, that system is a little different. They're not doing as much as they can. Some are doing, but not like before. But still, the fact remains that if you help someone and then he is eating meat, or whatever he's doing, you have to share that karma. So our advice is for people is that as Veda says, as Bhagavad-gita says, that any charity or help should be in the realm of God consciousness. And if you do that, then all suffering will stop. All suffering, which even like often that is suffering. And if you look at past life, it will be connected with some form of activity, sinful. So of course, we're not seeing that. We just want to help people. So real help is spreading God consciousness. That is our view. Okay, that's it. Any question? Sorry? Okay, 1 second. On your phone, can you take some pictures? Semi, ask me, what is it? The location of soul and super. Yeah, there's a shloka in Upanishad which says that. Same area of the heart. They're located next to each other. There's a shloka in the Upanishad, it says, Atmasya jantir nihito guhayam. The soul is located in the region of the heart. And super soul is also in the heart, that is in Bhagavad-gita. Sarvasya chaham hirdi sanvishto. Hirdi means heart. Krishna says that the super soul, I am located in the heart. So that's the location. Yeah. So no one is asking, they're very common, that what do you if you get a heart transplant? What? Yeah, but what happened to soul and super soul? We have no soul. What happened? What's emergency? Yeah, mechanic also. So actually the answer to that is, it's not that the soul is in the heart. It says Hirdeshe. Deshe means area, that space. It's in the area of the heart. Okay? And you remove the heart. It's not part of the body. It's spiritual. This is matter. Soul is not matter. It's not affected by matter. I'll pull out the heart. It doesn't make a difference. It's spirit substance. It can go through the, yeah, so you understood. Okay. Hare Krishna. Srimad Bhagavad-gita ki jai. Hare Krishna. Now quick kirtan and see.